Guys, I'm gonna need you guys to come closer here. Let's have a talk. We've only been in the villa for less than 72 hours. Why are we so attached? Why are you guys crying already? Like, you guys barely know these people. Love Island USA, Season 8, Episode 3. Now, it picks off after their recoupling yesterday, where Gabriel picked Bea and Kata picked Zach. Now, Kenzie said that she is done with Zach. She doesn't want to talk to him. She keeps saying that he really liked her eyes and she doesn't want him to see her eyes. I don't know why that's relevant, but for whatever reason, she's not talking to him. And even though he tries twice in the villa on this episode, she says no. And honestly, I love that for Kenzie because y'all really wanted her to crash out, and I'm glad she's kind of holding it together. She says she doesn't want to talk about him anymore, and it seems like it's true because she doesn't really talk about him at all for the rest of the episode. But Kenzie, you're a savage. To say that Charlie looks a ton better than Zach, man, I thought I wasn't going to hear his name again, but here we are. Bea and Sean finally have that talk on the dock, and Bea says that by stepping on that dot, all she said was she wanted to explore. It's not that she wanted to throw Sean to the side, she just wanted to see another connection because it's too early. Sean, on the other hand, says he wants his girl to stand on green at all times. And honestly, I'm with him on that. I think the fact that Bea didn't talk to him, and I like that she acknowledges that maybe she should have said something, and the fact that he's very secure in her and she did him like that, honestly, I'd be done too. And she did admit she wanted to have her cake and eat it too. But Sean straight up said, hey, at this point now, there's no hard feelings. Anyone would be lucky to talk to her, and I think the door is now closed. You stepped on red, he shut that door. We do see a quick conversation between Kata and Kenzie, and Kata pretty much says, hey, I was in a tough position, but I don't want there to be any hard feelings, and Kenzie agrees. She said it has nothing to do with her, it has everything to do with Zach, and honestly, the theme of this episode, no hard feelings, because I feel like we heard that multiple times. So we see Bryce and Trinity have that conversation, and Ian's commentary is hilarious. He is right. It's like when you say bye to someone and you think you're walking opposite directions, but you're going the same way. Those two ended up right back together, and it looks like they are going to give it a shot, but I feel like they're only doing that because they want to stay in the villa. I don't really see this going anywhere, if we're being honest. Is anyone else shocked that Sean and Kenzie kissed in front of the girls when he gave the breakfast? But I kind of like them together. So we knew it wasn't going to be long before someone pulled Kata for a chat, and Sincere was the first one. But I just knew that when Melanie walked by, she was pissed and she was upset. And we saw that later on when Anaya confirmed to her that he was the one that pulled her for a chat and it wasn't the other way around. She started to cry, and I feel like we are too early into this. Why are we crying? Now, I do feel bad for Melanie because when she starts crying, she talks about how she tends to self sabotage, says that guys are usually infatuated with her and they get over her very quickly, and it's clear that that's a big insecurity of hers. Now, when we saw Kenzie and Gabriel talking inside of the kitchen, the way he was looking at her, I was like, all right, we might have Pepe 2.0 over here. He might be that Latin guy that loves blondes. But when Gabriel talks to people, he gives them all their attention. The girls, they definitely get fanny flutters, or in Kenzie's eyes, kitty purrs. But I think that's the thing with Gabriel. Gabriel just knows that he's good looking. He knows that he could pull whoever he wants to. These women are just falling for it. But the door isn't closed for Kenzie because she still wants to explore the connections, not only with Sean, not only with Gabriel, but she also wants to talk to Bryce as well. And Trinity gave her the okay because she feels like her and Bryce's connection is very surface level still. And I died when Kenzie and Gabriel were having that conversation and Zach looked at Bea and said, did you see that? And Bea responded with, I'm not blind, I'm just missing a leg. Now, did Love Island USA upgrade their mics? Because I know previously Islanders have came out and said they got in trouble if they jumped in the pools with their mics on because it would mess it up. But they were all in the water in the game, and these mics were still on them. The questions for this game were raunchy as hell. Some of them were funny. I mean, knowing that someone hooked up with a 52-year-old, finding out that Sean messed around with someone the same day that he broke up with his girlfriend, finding out that Trinity did something in a car with her mom inside. Well, because it was daylight savings time, of course. And to hear Anaya had an experience like the Terminator, this definitely reveals a lot about this cast. Now, the key conflict we saw in this episode was between Melanie and Sincere. Now, Melanie, it's very clear she self sabotages. One thing I didn't like was when she said, hey, I know that he's a cheater, and if he cheats on me, I'm going to cheat back. I just don't think that that's healthy, and I think we're seeing the self sabotaging in real time. Now, Sincere, yes, you were dead wrong for not telling Melanie that you were the one that pulled Kata earlier in the day. But I think once he explained himself to her, I don't feel like she was understanding what he was saying. And every single time she asked a question, he was answering it properly and upfront, and she just was not having it. She closed the door so quickly and she's feeling a certain way that she's shunning him, and I feel like it's only going to confuse him and push him away. I mean, she even said it. Everything that he's saying is just a bunch of words. So at this point, I don't know how this is going to play out. Like I said, we're only 72 hours in the villa. They're so closed off. And we saw the preview for tomorrow, and it looks like there is a new male Bombshell. He will be entering during the game in like a secret door, so I'm excited for the girls to see him. Now, as far as my predictions for who's going to go for the new Bombshell, I do see Trinity going for the Bombshell for sure. I do see Melanie also going for the Bombshell because I think she's going to want to get back at Sincere in some way. And then I think Kenzie and Bayo, honestly, I think all the girls are going to go for the new Bombshell. It's too early, and I hope that we get more people exploring. All right, y'all, so that was episode 3. I'll see you guys for episode 4. Peace.